Now I am going to work with the front end slider section. You see that this is the front end slider, that means home page slider, right? So slider is changing one by one, and there is a heading in the slider, there is a text in the slider, and a read more button. So if someone click on the read more button, where it will go, you can define it. You can take him to any outside link or anywhere. So how I can make this section dynamic, I am going to show you. So for the slider, I will have to create a table, that will be a sliders table. So in the terminal, first I am going to create a migration file, php artisan make migration, then create sliders table. And also I am going to create php artisan make model. I am going to create a model, that is slider. This model is needed, and I am going to create a controller. But before going to there, just fix these two items now, just work with these two items now. So I am going to where I am going to close all other items here. Model is slider, you see this is my slider model, and now I am going to close all other items, model. Okay, so here you see in the database this new file comes, and I am going to close all other items for now, but the route is needed, so I am just going to open the route. web.php is already opened. Okay, so in this migration, what thing I will need to add here? So in the slider table, when you will go to create a slider, you will have to add some other items. For example, the heading, text, and then button text, button link, and photo. So here this will be a string, that is heading, and this is mandatory. For example, there will be a text or subheading, whatever you want, you can do that, and there will be a photo, slider photo, and this is also mandatory. And there will be button text, but this will be nullable. Okay, because it is not mandatory to have the button text. And another one is button URL or button link, this is also nullable field, but you must have to give heading, text, and photo for a slider. So this is the basic of a slider. Okay, so now I am going to create from terminal, I am going to run a command php artisan migrate. So that table is created. If you go to check my database, refresh, you see sliders table has been created. Now I am going to close this one, and migration task is done. Now I am going to create model, where I will create my controller, where I will create the controller. This is actually the admin controller. You see already I created admin controller here. This is actually the authentication controller. The better practice is you just give the name admin auth controller or something, but as I already have created it, I am not going to change it. That is okay what I have done. So the new controller into the admin panel I will create, that is admin slider controller. Okay, so in the terminal I am going to create, so php artisan make controller, and then into the admin folder I will create admin slider controller. So admin slider controller, I can make this. Okay, so this is admin slider controller, and in the admin slider controller I will use the model. So app http model, that is app models slider. Okay, so this is my model, and what else I need to have, that is for example public function index, and this is the main page. For example, I will get all the sliders, so admin slider index, and then I will get all the sliders from the slider table. So sliders I am going to pass it into here, that is admin folder, slider folder, index folder. So go to resources and views, admin. So here it is better to create a new folder for each section. Edit profile, forget password, these are okay, but I am now going to create a new folder, that is a slider, and in the slider I am going to create index.blade.php file. And in the admin I have a slider, I have a layout sidebar. Okay, so in the sidebar I am going to make a copy of this and make it like this. So here it will be, for example, slider. So in the slider here there will be a class. The request is here, I will check it, for example, like this, admin slider. If request is admin slider, then this one will be active, and here my route will be route, and it will be for example admin slider index or admin slider, something like that. So sliders in the web.php for the admin, here I am going to add all my routes. So here will be like this, I am going to copy, and this will be slider, and here I can use slider index or slider show, anything you can give here. So index, and this is admin slider controller, and this will be admin slider. So admin slider index, admin slider controller, this is the main controller. So here I am going to add the new controller, that is admin slider controller. So in the admin slider I am going to get all my data, but I will have another thing. You see in the admin slider controller, my view is admin slider index, that is here, and in the admin slider index here I will have to use a table, right? So here like the dashboard or like the edit profile, for example, I am going to copy all the things from here, and in the index I am going to paste all the items. So this is what will be this will be sliders. So all the sliders will be shown here, and here actually there will be no route. So form data I am going to remove. The card here actually it will be table. So this will be table responsive. So table class equal to table bordered. So like this, t head, tr, ts, here it will be serial, and slider preview, that means photo, and then there will be heading. I am not going to show any text here. Another one will be action. So t body, tr, td, this one will be into a loop, trtd. So here I am going to call for is. So for is sliders as slider, and there will be a end for is. So end, then for is, and into middle I will have to call tr, and then into the tr I will have to use the td. So first td is actually the auto increment, that means here I can use the loop iteration td so sliders, that data I pass here. So let's check how it actually looks like. So I am going to the admin panel. Okay, I am going to admin now, login as admin now. So like this, admin slider index not defined. So here in the admin slider index like this. So now refresh, you see sliders, click here, and the slider comes dashboard, and this is sliders, but this is not selected admin slider index. So here in the web in the sidebar I am going to add admin slider then star means admin slider edit, admin slider show. In all the cases it will be shown, right? So admin slider star mark is okay, then it will be active. Now if I go here, refresh, you see slider is selected, dashboard, and then slider. So all the slider items should come here, but it is not showing because I will have to add it now. So into the index, here you see there is a sliders. This is the slider header, and in the slider header here I will have to add the item or the item data here. So I am going to check the admin panel HTML now. So I am going to check it where that is. I am going to bring the admin panel HTML in my desktop, and here is a table format. I am going to open. If my table is okay, I am going to check. This is the table, and here TA is okay. The ID will be this one. I am going to copy and paste it into here. Then if I refresh, you will see, yes, a nice data table comes now. Okay, and in the table all other items, and in the action I am going to copy this data into my action here, and existing photo that will be shown, that will be here. Now for the image, something will be work like that, that is upload slider photos, no slider photos. For example, I will upload the slider photos here in the main root. So it will be uploads, and then it will be not like this, uploads, and here I will have to concat this, that is slider of slider photo. So I am going to remove this on here like this. So slider and slider photo, sliders as slider. Okay, and the another one will be, that is slider of slider heading or only heading. I created the field by the name heading, so slider heading. And this is the data edit, and this is the model. Here it is not needed, and edit, and this is delete. Okay, perfect. So refresh. Okay, so here there will be a button. So in order to get the button, I am going to check it if there is a button in the form or index. Let's check it where there is a item. So I am going to check, yes, here this one. So I am going to copy, and now in my index after the sliders I call this button. So refresh, yes, it comes here. So ML auto, where MX auto, it is actually section call MD12 is okay. MX auto, it should be to the right side, so MR auto. Let's fix it now. Here when I am going to use the auto, for example ML auto, then what is going to be happen? Let's check. When I am going to use the ML auto, here is nothing working. When MX auto, okay, if that does not work, it is okay, I do not need it. I will use the system of the justify content here, display flex. So deflex and use justify content between. Yes, it is working. So this is perfect. Now let's do it. That is, here instead of button, I am going to add here, add new item or add new, and here I will have to create the route that will be admin dot slider dot insert or create. So admin dot slider dot create, or here admin slider create. So here admin underscore, it is a route, name route. So admin slider create. So here I will create that is slider create, and this will be a create method, and name will be admin slider create, then it will work. Okay, so now from here I will go to the create method. So admin slider controller, here public function create, this is the method. Here I will create the data, so I will have to call the form first. So admin.slider.create, that means into slider I will have to create a file create.blade.php by this name. And now I am going to copy the data from here and create, paste it here, but table will not be here, there will be a form. And also here, from here, show all, this will be, or view all, this will be the button, and it will take him back to the main index page, admin slider index. And here I will have to create a form. So what is the form? This is the form.html. So this one I am going to open here, and the form is actually this one. So I am going to copy this, and in my create here I am going to paste it. So this is the form to create the data. Multipart form data will be here because there is a photo to upload. And here I will create a route. So what will be the route? That is admin slider, then create, submit. So this one, and here there will be a photo also here, you know. So I am going to remove all the data from here. Text area is okay. Here it will be actually text, name equal to text, and there is a photo. I am going to call the photo, here is okay, photo, the name will be photo, submit, it is okay. And the top there will be a heading, so I just copy from here, paste it here, this is heading, and the name will be heading also. So one is heading, second one is text, and another one is photo. So total 3 items, and there are 2 more items, you know, that is button text, button URL. So button text, and another one is button link. So here instead of text area I am going to copy and paste this one, that is input box. It will be button text, and another one will be button link. I am going to sure about it. I am going here, yes, button text, button link. So total 5 fields, right? So it will go to admin slider create submit. So that means like this, this will be a post route here, admin slider, then submit. Or here you can use like this, create submit, and here is slider create submit and create submit. Or here you can use the store, create a store, or whatever you want, you can do there, no problem. Admin slider, so create submit will be here, that will be into my slider controller. So public function create submit here. So it will not be like this, it is actually my request. So request of request, and here it will be from the slider I am going to get the new, that means slider equal to new slider. So like this, and then all the data will be inserted. But before going to do that, I am going to call a validation. So request validate. So request validate, what will be there? Just wait for some times, it will suggest me this. First one is heading, second one is text, and then there is photo must be in this type, that is required, okay. And button text, those are not required, so I am not going to add those. So after slider, new slider, there will be heading, the next one will be text. And how I can handle the photo? So in order to handle the photo, you know, my photo system is how I added that in the admin controller, how I used the photo like this, that is if unlinked, no, there is no unlinked, these two lines are my photo lines. Okay, so here I am just going to paste it. Request photo extension, final name is this, and then I will upload this into the uploads folder. So this is very easy and straightforward method. And so the slider photo will be full name, and lastly I will have to use the save. And when everything is okay, then success, slider created successfully. Okay, so my task is actually done. So let's check it how it looks like. I am going to recheck it if everything is okay. Here I missed two more items, that is button text. I will have to create those also. So here slider button text equal to request of button text, and button link equal to request of button link. So I am going to admin panel, refresh, click on add new. You see this is the heading, text, button link, and then photo. Click on submit. Create submit. What happened? I am going to check it now. It is not working. So create submit. So here create submit, admin slider controller, create submit. Here post controller is also okay. Here you can use like this also. Admin slider create submit. So here photo is okay. Admin slider create submit action. Here actually CSRF is missing, so you will have to use the CSRF token, otherwise it will not work. So refresh. Now I am going to create on here. No, yes, it is working. Photo required, text required, heading required. So total 3 items are required. So I am going to mark those as the aesthetic symbol, this, and in the photo this one. Okay, you will see a symbol here now. That means those are required fields. So I am going to copy anything from here and paste it. Then I am going to copy the text, paste it here, read more, and then this photo. What will be the photo here? For example, instead of read more, I am going to give view more. Okay, like this. And the photo I am going to select from desktop, and then front end HTML, there is uploads, and there is the slide photo. But before going to add the slide photo, I am going to add another photo so that I can check if it is working or not. Submit. I am now going to check. Actually this text actually varchar, but it should not be varchar. So here I am going to give here the text. It will be actually text field. So I am going to modify my database migration a bit, that is the string. Here you see this is what is this? This is text, but here it will be actually the text field. So table text equal to text. So then it will work. Now if I want to check it, I am going to delete it again, drop the table. Now migration, here sliders table, I am going to delete it from migrations. Now let's run the migration again. So PHP artisan migrate, again it is created. Now let's check it again, refresh, again sliders table come, and now you will see in the structure that text equal to text type. Now the data should work. So let's go here, refresh, resend. You see slider created successfully. If you go here, you see this is my slider, help the child in need. Okay, slider. So photo is this. If photo is uploaded, I am going to check in my project. So public uploads, and if there is any file by the name this one is the slider. 2 times it comes. What is the correct one? 6161. So previously it added, but there was error, so I am going to remove it. Okay, so this is the slider, but it is not showing in this location. I am going to check it. So I am going to index.blade.php. in the photo, here is slider, here is not slider photo, only photo. So now if I refresh, you will see this is the slider. I am going to make here not wide, actually here I will use a class equal to, for example, y200. Yes, it is working. So this is the slider photo. I am going to add another slider photo, for example the second one, this one, fight for right causes, and then this is the text. Another one, just give something here, and the photo is, for example, I used this photo as a slider submitted successfully. You see this photo comes here, and this is another one. Now I am going to work with the edit section. And how can I work with the edit? In the index.blade.php, here you see this is the edit, right? And so for the edit, I am going here to write another route. So my route here will be, I am going to web.php, and here you see my create route is this. So I am going to copy it and paste it here, and slider edit, this is my another route. So admin slider here can be edit. So here this is slider edit and admin slider controller edit. Okay, so in the admin slider controller, here I am going here, and then public, then function, and then edit. Here there will be a parameter, because which ID I am going to edit, this is important. So here in the case of edit, I am going to put the ID, and that means it will receive a parameter. And what we will do, and when there will be an edit, there will be also a return view. So return view admin slider edit, and here I am going to pass the data in there, that is the edit, right? Or here not like this, I am going to check all the data from the slider table. So here id equal to this, so here slider equal to this is the slider data, for example. So here I am going to pass this into compact, and this is the slider. Okay, now I will have a edit file in my view slider, and here this will be edit.blade.php. This is similar to create, so I am going to copy this, and in the edit I am going to paste it. So here in the create view wall, here create slider. Okay, in the edit it will be edit slider. So like this it can go to the view wall, and here admin slider edit submit, and then there will be a parameter here that can be, for example, slider id, and here the existing slider data will be value equal to, here it will be slider of heading. So this is the existing one, so this is the existing data, and here it will be slider text, button text, here value equal to slider button text, and then there will be button link. So here it will be button link. And in the case of photo, there will be two items, that is existing photo, this is or change photo here, that is not mandatory because a person can want to change the photo or not, and another one is existing photo. So here this will be existing photo, and in order to show the existing photo I am going to use the img tag, and here asset, and then uploads, and here I will concat with slider photo, and the class will be here, for example w200. and then it will be update. So update the information. And in the index here you see route. So what will be the route? The route will be this on admin slider edit. So I am going here and then admin slider edit, and there will be a parameter that is the slider of ID. Now if I go to see it, refresh, I want to change, for example, fight for the right causes. Click here, admin slider edit submit not defined. So here I am going to use the post route, and that will be post, and here will be edit submit, for example, and edit in the case of edit submit ID, and here is admin slider edit submit. So edit submit is the function that I am coming here, public function edit submit. Here one will be request of request, and another one parameter will be the ID. And here I will have to check all the items, for example, like this. So here photo, this one I will check later. Here I will have to call that if in the existing data, right? So what I did in the case of admin controller, you see, if request of photo not equal to null, then this will be happen, right? So the similar thing I am going to use here, that is if request of photo not equal to null, then I will check the validation of the photo. So here the validation will be image MIME types, and here you see auth guard, it is actually the photo is request photo, that is what photo he is going to change, and what will be the existing photo. So in order to get the existing photo, I will have to get the data like this. So this is the slider. So here existing photo is slider of photo. So like this, if the existing photo not equal to null, here it was checking, but in my case when I added the slider, actually you must have to add the photo. So here I cannot check this, I should not check this, I am just going to unlink because there must be a photo here. So slider photo, this will be unlinked and new photo will be uploaded here, final name equal to this, and everything is okay. And the slider data, that means the slider of photo will be the final name. And the other items I am going to call, that is heading, and then text, and then button text, button link, and finally it will be updated. And lastly it will redirected with this message, that is slider updated successfully. Now go here, refresh, you will see the slider is loaded here. If you click on update, slider updated successfully. Now another, for example, another or here read more about it, for example, like this. So click on update, you will see that the data has been changed, read more about it. And here I am going to change the photo also. Now for example, I am going to give the photo, that is this one. So now click on update, you see the photo has been changed. If I go to the main public uploads, here you see the second slider photo has been changed. That means it is working perfectly. Now I am going to work with the delete function, and in order to delete, what I will do, I am going here in the index.blade.php. Here first I am going to make one thing, that is btn-sm, and here also btn-sm. So now if I refresh, the icons now is going to become smaller. Now here I am going to copy this exact route, will be in the case of delete. So only the change will be admin slider, then delete slider ID, this is okay. When it will come here, then what will be happened here, it will be the delete. That means ID, this one I'm going to copy and paste it here. So slider, then delete id, and this will be delete, and name will be admin slider delete. So admin slider delete is here, and in the admin slider controller there will be delete, that is public function delete, and then it will be the id. So here, so how I can delete the data? The delete is very easy. I am going to call the slider. From all the slider, it will take the slider data where this, and then in the uploads I will have to unlink the photo. The previous photo will be unlinked using the upload slider of photo, and then slider delete means the data will be deleted from the database, and after that redirect back to the previous page with success message that slider is deleted successfully. So this is actually the thing, and it should work. And another one that is important to mention, I am going to show you, that is in the case fight for right causes. If I go here to inspect the front end, you will see that into the H2 there are total 2 lines. If I want to give this removed from here and make it in the one line, so in some cases, for example like this, fight for right causes, then in all the time it will not actually show perfect. So if you want, you can also make a text area here and make this into 2 lines. This is just a thing to share you, but I am not going to do that, because in my case it should work perfectly. So let's work with the front end so that you can understand. But before going to there, I am going to check it. Okay, so here I am going to check it, add a new slider here, a fake slider, for example like this. Put any photo here, for example this one, submit, and you will see the slider created, view all. This one I added. If I now want to edit it, for example I want to edit this slider by other text, update, and you will see this is updated. Now I am going to delete this slider. If I will delete it, you see in the slider that is in the charity project public uploads here, this is the slider photo, this will be removed. So let's remove it. Yes, slider is deleted successfully. If I go here, you will see there is no such photo, only I have 2 photos now. So the photo has been deleted. So backend task is done for the sliders. Now in the front end I will work with that. How I can do that? I am going to close all the things from here. Okay, so like this, and in the home page you will see this is the home controller, and slider is actually an item of the home page. So if you want, you can use the slider into the home controller. And for example, if I go to the controller, and here that is front, in the front there is a home controller, and in the home controller I can call here public function slider, and like this. So here it can be the front dot slider, but not like that. I have the front home, so actually I do not need it because I already called the home, right? So the home, the front dot home, this is already called, you know, and my view file is for that into the front, and then home.blade.php. so here there is a slider already. So here I will do one thing, that is I will pass the slider information into this space. So from the slider I am going to call another model, that is app model slider, and here I get all the slider data in my hand, right? So here from the slider, actually these are not available in my case, I'm going to remove. So from the slider I get all the sliders, and then I am going to use a compact and pass the sliders there. So sliders, okay. So here in the home.blade.php, what item is repeated? This is repeated, this item, right? So I am going to remove this one, and here I am going to call for is, and here it will be sliders as slide, and here is this will be end for is, like this. So this is the slides as slide, and in the slide that I call here, I am going to make all the things dynamic now. So in the case of background photo, what I will use, that is asset, and into the uploads the photo name will be the concat and slide of photo now. So like this. So like the slide photo, I will have to use here the slide header. That means here I can use the slide heading, and after that there will be a slide text. So this will be slide text, and the read mode button name will be the slide button text, and the URL will be here, that will be the slide button link. Now if you go here, refresh, undefined variable slides. So what is this? This is slider. So here it will be sliders or slider. Singular form is okay, slider, it looks good. So here if I refresh, let's refresh the page. Yes, it is coming. So this is one photo and this is another photo, right? Help the child, and this one here P is showing. Why? Because here you see in the home I used the double curly brace. Here it will be actually the single curly brace. So now if I refresh, yes, it is working. Excellent. Now the photo I want to change here like this, fight for the right cause. I am going to change it, the photo, that will be the main slide type photo, that is this one. So update, and another one is this, and I am going to update it with my real slider that I added here. It looks good. Okay, upload. Now if I refresh, you will see this is the one and this is the another one. Here I wrote read more about it, so it is showing, and here it is showing view more. So this is perfectly okay. Now what I am going to do, I am going to make both the links read more. Okay, so here I am going to update data, and another one will be help the child, it is okay, and another one is this one, and here it will be read more also. So update, and it should work. So refresh, you see this is read more, and another slide, this is also read more.